Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. I am coming to you from Effingham, Illinois right now. I'm at the Econo Lodge. It's cheap and it has truck parking. This guest directory right here should tell you where you can get all your vaccinations and a place where you can go worship in the morning if you make it through the night without getting abducted or stabbed or anything else. It's a pretty rough spot, but it's cheap and it has air conditioning, which my truck does not. Before I left out, this last time I left out last Saturday morning. So I had my alternator replaced on my APU. It did not fix the issue. I had a new condenser put in my truck, and it did not fix the issue. The other one had a crack on a weld, and I still got to take it back to the other place, but they didn't have another one, so I didn't worry about running that back over there right then. I ran to another dealership that was 30 miles the opposite direction of my load, grabbed that, took that over to the AC guy that's been working on the truck. Freightliner, the guy that works on the truck, everybody's pretty perplexed right now. I put a new compressor on it back in the spring. I put a new condenser. I put a new expansion valve. I put new lines. I put a new switch in the dash. It's very intermittent. It's either all cold or all hot. There's no warm. It doesn't go out gradually. So we're all kind of leaning toward electrical right now. Either that or I'm thinking maybe that compressor has a wiring issue, or maybe a mechanical malfunction in that. But we're all getting pretty sick of dealing with this Freightliner with no AC, especially this guy. I'm attempting to do a 5-day turnaround from Minnesota to Florida. I probably wouldn't have been so gung-ho on running straight back, because the load I got actually deadheaded from Florida to Tennessee to get a dry-van load that was going straight back to Minneapolis. I mean, honest to God, it's garbage miles. It's garbage pay. Even from Tennessee, it's like not good. But it's going straight back to where I need to be, and I wasn't going to sit in Florida and wait on something that wasn't going to pay good. And I had a watermelon load out of Georgia that I've done a few of that paid decent, but I got one. I booked it, and then as I was getting unloaded with the load I took to Florida, I was going to deadhead up about 180 miles and grab that. And as I was getting unloaded, they texted me and told me that the load had been canceled. So, I did what I had to do. I told the dispatch there in the office that I wasn't going to sit around and look for a load on the way back. I told them I'm just going to start driving. You find me something along the way that pays basically, anything that can get me back, because, it's if I stay out, I'm hitting hotels every night, and it's not breaking me. I'm finding them, in that $50 range when I can. The other day I had to pay $100 for one. But again, if you're moving good and you're getting paid good, it's not that big a deal. But there's going to come a night where I can't get to a hotel if I keep running. So that's why I just want to go straight back. They found a load back to Chicago, and then a Chicago load over to Minneapolis. I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend an extra night in this truck that I don't have to. It was 108 degrees going through Atlanta. That would have been day before yesterday. Yeah, 108 degrees in that truck on Sunday. Misery, just sheer misery. Freightliners aren't insulated that well, so all that heat, it's like sitting on top of a big cast iron oven, and it's not good. So I'm running the truck back up there. We're going to get that looked at. I think whenever I do get whenever I get the AC going again, I think I'm going to change out the compressor and see if that fixes, see if that was just a bad compressor. And if not, I'm going to just start taking it all apart, chasing electrical wires around the truck, because that's the only thing I know to do right now. And then I got to take the APU to Thermo King because the alternator I put on it didn't fix the situation. And it's throwing an alternator code again. It's probably an electrical issue. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if it's all combined electrical issue, but it's very, very annoying. And so whenever I do get it fixed, I'm probably going to take a shorter run, like a 400 or 500 mile run. That way I'm not, booked the load all the way to Florida and it goes out like, 4 hours into the trip, because at that point I'm too far to turn around. And I'm not going to just pull into some random TA and go, hey, my AC's not working, because they're going to, like if Freightliner hasn't pinpointed it and I haven't pinpointed it and my mechanic hasn't pinpointed it, I'm not saying TA couldn't, what's the thing, even a blind squirrel, finds a nut occasionally, but it's, I'm not going to go over there and just have the TA start, pulling and throwing parts at it, because I don't play like that. So I just been grabbing these cheap hotels. It's not much more than idling a whole night anyway. Grabbing a cheap hotel, if you idle for 10 hours a night and you're burning, a gallon of diesel an hour, and I know some of the trucks, they say 7/10 or whatever. When you're running that AC full blast, you're going to burn a gallon an hour. And that's like $30 a night if you take a 10-hour break. If you take 11, 12-hour break, you're getting into what cheap hotels cost. So money's not really the thing that's killing me right now on it. It's the fact of, like, I know I'm going to get stuck like that one night. But anyway, the load I took to Florida, let's talk some business. Let's get down to numbers on this real quick. 33,000 pound not frozen food, just grocery load. It had it was mixed vegetables and stuff like that in there. So 33 degrees continuous run. They were monitoring that, and I'm pulling a new trailer that I'm not used to, so I wasn't willing to do start and stop on that. So, use a little bit more reefer fuel, but this trailer is the newest trailer I've pulled in a long time. It's a 2016 Great Dane. It's actually, if I was going to buy a trailer, this would be the type of trailer I'm looking for. It's a Everest SS with a carrier unit on it. It runs so much less. It runs, like, the AC part of it runs like way less than what that utility I had with that Thermo King was doing. And I'm not knocking the Thermo King unit. It's just that utility was it wasn't like a frozen food trailer. It was like a grocery trailer. This one I got now, it's like a frozen food trailer. This would be what you would pull, frozen food in the summertime with. It can hold it. It can operate that without having to defrost every, hour and run wide open all the time. So anyway, 1,500 mile load. I had to do a little backtracking. Went down, got that condenser, brought it back up, put it on, blah blah blah. Made it about 1,500 miles. $35.50 for the load to the carrier. $28.40 to the truck. That puts us in at $237 a mile to the carrier, $1.90 a mile to me. And I spent $7.45 on truck fuel. Pretty much about what I used. That was about what I used, because wasn't that heavy of a load, but I did run it a little quicker, especially after my AC went out. I was trying to hurry get these days done and get to a place with some air conditioning. But yeah, $7.45 truck fuel, $69 reefer fuel. Like I said, this trailer is way more efficient. I would have already spent, close to $100 on this if I still had that utility behind me. And then that utility's fence, it's 4 years older, so, and it's not spec'd for like really cold temperatures. It's like a refrigerated trailer. It can do frozen food, but it's not made for it. $17 on DEF, $8 on tolls. I cut down $39 all the time. I get to pay that $8 toll quite a bit. Toll. $113 in hotels. That was 2 nights hotel. $45 and $68 on those. So yeah, $9.52 variable cost on that load. So if you take away the variable cost off what it made to the truck, it was $1,888 $1,888 after variable cost. This load coming back up is not going to be that good. I just tell you right now that this next load is going to be it's going to be one of those loads where I'm probably going to get a lot of comments about hauling cheap freight, but there's method to what I'm doing there. I'm just trying to get back to my AC guy and have him work on that, because he knows where I'm at with the trailer. We've been through we've been through this from the beginning with it. I can get that if we take that compressor, if we test that compressor and it is a bad compressor, I don't have to pay. I'll get that on warranty. But yeah, it's getting expensive right now with this AC. New compressor lines, expansion valve, that condenser at the dealership. You can get those things for like $150 online if you got time to wait on it to get there. Dealership like $350, literally $200 markup. That's it look like the same exact part to me. I don't know. I'm not I'm not the guy that makes them, but they look like the same part to me. So I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff for me. Maybe by the time I get this next video, I won't be so low energy from the heat. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and take care of each other out there, guys. Later.